Dear students, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. This is Arafat mujeeb from FEI Higher Secondary Institute. Today is my lecture number 4, 9th biology. My topic today is oxygen cycle. How oxygen in the atmosphere, how the cycling takes place. Oxygen is needed by all living beings. Need oxygen in order to oxidize absorbed food which they take inside. In plants they show respiration and they oxidize the food, and then there is a release of energy, I mean the cellular respiration. Same take place in the animals. They also need this oxygen which is present in the atmosphere. The main source of oxygen are plants. All green plants are major source of oxygen. It maintains its approximate percentage by volume, that is 21% in the atmosphere, maintained by the all green plants, and it is most consumer of animals, and plants also need this oxygen for their respiration, and animals also need this oxygen to show their respiration process, that is the cellular respiration. In the cellular respiration, the absorbed food in tissue cells is oxidizing, and there is a releasing of stepwise energy stored in ATPs. Then this energy is consumed by the body, is utilizing up in various metabolic reactions. Dear students, now let us define what the cycle is. In the atmosphere, you know, in the atmosphere there is the oxygen. In atmosphere there is atmospheric oxygen, that is O2. In gaseous state it is approximate percentage in atmosphere by volume is 21%. It is found in the atmosphere. How this atmosphere, how it is generated and how it starts accumulating in the atmosphere. I talk about the very nearest layer toward the earth's surface is the troposphere. In the troposphere, in atmosphere, there is the presence of atmospheric oxygen. You know that all green plants are major source of atmospheric oxygen. That means they release the oxygen into the atmosphere during the process of photosynthesis. During the process of photosynthesis, they releasing of the atmospheric oxygen. As you know, in the photosynthesis, how oxygen as a byproduct is releasing during the photosynthesis. Plants by the help of photosynthesis make their own food, and this oxygen as a byproduct is formed in their cells. Then they are releasing into the atmosphere. These plants are major source of the atmospheric oxygen and maintains this ratio, that is the percentage 21% by volume in the atmosphere. Also you can say that you have आपने कभी बार सुना भी होगा कि there is also it is the first one source of the evolving. That second is the, I mean here I will write here, the second source of oxygen is the, you know, the electrolysis of water. Electrolysis of water, H2O. Electrolysis of water is also a source of the atmospheric oxygen. When there is a hydrolysis of water by passing electric current, process is known as electrolyzing process. Yeah, you can say the electrolysis process. This is the second process which also involve as oxygen is involving and goes into the atmosphere. This could be a natural process, this could be a laboratory process when there is electrolysis of water molecule, then it break down into hydrogen gas and oxygen gas. Also it enhances the concentration of oxygen gas in the atmosphere. Now this is the two sources of the atmospheric oxygen in the atmosphere. Now if we talk about the animals, we talk about the animals, they utilizing up this atmospheric oxygen. This is the third one. Third is the source of it is the animals which utilize up, which are consumer of this atmospheric oxygen in the atmosphere, showing the process of respiration. By the respiration, you know the respiration is a biochemical process in which oxygen is utilized in order to break down the absorbed food, and there is a releasing of the waste carbon dioxide gas and other water is formed there, and there is a release of energy. That energy is utilized that organism in their survival in showing the various metabolic activities. Now in the respiration, this atmospheric oxygen, in the oxygen gas, this atmospheric oxygen is used up by animals for the purpose of the respiration. Also you talk about the utilizer of this oxygen is that we can say human beings. Humans are also the utilizer of the atmospheric oxygen. They are also utilizer. That means this atmospheric oxygen is also used up by the in respiration process. There is the utilization of this atmospheric oxygen, and in photosynthesis process there is a releasing of atmospheric oxygen. And here humans are also involved. They also show the respiration process, and they use it of the atmospheric oxygen. And this atmospheric oxygen is also utilized. There is huge consumption of the atmospheric oxygen. Also we talk about the, I will show here that I will erase this here. Then I will show that this oxygen is also utilized up in showing the process of the combustion. In showing the process of combustion, this atmospheric oxygen is utilized. It is a chemical process in which we could burn the wood. We could burn the coal. The coal and wood is in burning the coal and wood as a fuel, and by the process of combustion, oxygen is utilized up. It is used up. It is the fifth point, using up of atmospheric oxygen. Here two sources, first plants and second electrolysis of water. They give the generation of atmospheric oxygen. It reaches in the atmosphere in the oxygen cycle, and these three they utilizing up the atmospheric oxygen by the process of respiration. By the process of combustion, atmospheric oxygen is utilizing. Then here in the oxygen cycle there is a generation of atmospheric oxygen, and there is a consumption of atmospheric oxygen. Or I will also mention here one more point here. This atmospheric oxygen is also utilizing during the aerobic decomposition. Aerobic decomposition of waste. There is aerobic decomposition of waste. Aerobic decomposition. In the aerobic decomposition of waste, you can say the bacteria, जो aerobic bacteria है, aerobus है, उनको हम simply कहेंगे, we call them the aerobus. aerobes microorganisms, AEROBS, aerobes microorganisms, they will utilize of this atmospheric oxygen in the decomposition of organic waste. Here this is the oxygen cycle, how it is regeneration process takes place, how it is consumption takes place. It is a cycle where there is a regeneration process and there is a consumption process. This is all about the atmosphere. This is all about the oxygen cycle. Dear students, now let us understand about the hydrological cycle, that is the water cycle. Water cycle में क्या होता है? I will erase this. तो आज next topic हमारा होगा water cycle. That is also known as the hydrological cycle. Water cycle. It is also sometimes known as hydrological cycle. Water. Again in there, I talk about the contribution of atmosphere. In the atmosphere, there is the formation of clouds. There is the cloud formation, clouds formation. Clouds formation are the major source of the precipitation. Here the contribution, major source of the water cycle, water is circulating in nature. That means important contribution is of solar energy, solar radiations, important. Sun play important role in a water cycle. Sun, it is the sun here, right? With the diagram of the sun. Sun's contribution. Hydrological cycle. क्या होता है इसमें? क्लाउड फॉर्मेशन बाय द कंडेंसेशन प्रोसेस. By the condensation process, there is a formation of clouds in the atmosphere. When their upper reach and the lower upper atmosphere and the lower atmosphere, there is temperature difference. And you know that ocean are major source, oceans, and you can say the rivers, ponds, lakes, ponds, oceans, rivers, ponds. These are the major source of the surface water. Major source of surface water here. The ponds, oceans, rivers are the major source of cloud formation. When there is a cloud formation here take place, then what take place here? Due to the sun's heat here, there is a evaporation of water. Here is evaporation of water. Again I will say that here is the evaporation of water in the atmosphere. And in the atmosphere, in the atmosphere there is cloud formation. Atmosphere, there is cloud formation. यहाँ पे क्या होता है? Due to the sun's heat, here the water changes into the water vapors and goes into the upper atmosphere where there is temperature, lowest temperature, and there is the condensation process. Here there is the formation of the clouds. And now what the process, with the help of this process, due to the sun's contribution, here is the by the process of evaporation, in which the water changes into water vapors, goes into the upper reach of atmosphere. There is condensation process here in the atmosphere, clouds formation. Again, when there is a dip in temperature, now there is dip in temperature. Again, this water, due to the condensation process, these are recharged again. These are recharging. These are recharged. ये रिचार्ज होते हैं. These are recharging. यहाँ पे ये चीज रिचार्ज हो रही, जो रिवर्स है. Major source is oceans, ponds, that means stagnant water, lakes, stream animals, they are the sources of they contribute to the hydrological cycle. Due to the sun's heat, there is the process of first one, the evaporation. Then there is cloud formation in the upper atmosphere. Clouds are major source of precipitation when there is dip in temperature in the form of rain, snow, rain and snow. This water reaches back to the earth's surface. We can say, yeah, on the earth's surface, it reaches on earth's surface. This is the earth's surface here, earth's surface I talk about. This is the earth's surface. On the earth's surface there is also a flow of rain water, and there is a percolation of water. Here is the seepage, that is percolation of surface water. Here is a surface water. Here is also the seepage of the surface water on the surface of the land. There is percolation. They maintain the ground water. इससे क्या होता है, हमारा ground water maintain होता है. Water table. Ground water is maintained by the percolation of the surface water. Also, the water bodies like the rivers, ponds, major sources of water, oceans, they are recharged back. But here take place the process of condensation. By the condensation here take place this is the second one. I mentioned the first one evaporation, then is the second one condensation. Due to the condensation there is the precipitation in the form of rain and snow. The surface water is recharged and the groundwater is maintained by the rainwater, by the heavy fall of snow, and water bodies are recharged. In the hydrological cycle, water cycle, there is two important processes. First is the evaporation. Due to the sun's heat, there is the heat energy. Water vapors escape into the atmosphere, and here is the temperature difference. At the low temperature, here the condensation process, cloud formation takes place. It is the cloud A. There is a cloud B. Cloud movement takes place. There is a movement in clouds, and when there is further dip in the temperature, there is a precipitation, rain and snow. Condensation process, surface water is recharged by percolation of water. Groundwater water table is maintained by the percolation of the surface water, and there is also the recharging of the water bodies. Also, we can say contribution is in the hydrological cycle. Here we can say also plants also contributes in the water cycle. When there is in plant there is a process of transpiration. By transpiration, what do you mean by transpiration? There is a loss. It is the third one process I would like to mention here. Plants, जो भी grade of plant हो, green plants, उनमें क्या होती है? Transpiration takes place. There is a excess loss of water by their leaf surface, and they to maintain their temperature, they escape the water in gaseous form, and they goes back into the atmosphere when there is again the addition of water vapors. Here also the animals also contribute in this. Here I will mention here. Here also the animals contribute. Here animals also contribute towards the water cycle. Here they give water vapors into the atmosphere when there is perspiration process. Perspiration of the sweating उनमें जब होती है, there is excess water, loss of water by their body surface, by their skin. There is excess loss of water during the process of the sweating process. Is the perspiration may excess loss of water also contributed to the hydrological cycle. And also sometimes there is the excreta, animal excreta. or that animal excreta, urine, other organic waste contain the maximum amount of the water. Due to the sun's heat, they also undergo vapor form and towards the atmosphere. Also the plants by the transpiration, also by the animals by perspiration, sweating, they contribute in the hydrological cycle. And the oceans, rivers, ponds, surface water is a major source of water circulating and contribute toward the hydrological cycle. Here is the generation of water by the process of evaporation. Here by means of condensation, plants, animals again utilize this water in maintaining their biological activities. Also the surface water, river water, ocean, pond contribute or recharged back. They also maintain in hydrological cycle. There is also the maintenance of water bodies, surface water, groundwater. Also we can say the sun play important role in the hydrological cycle. Because of the sun, there is a upper atmosphere and there is a lower atmosphere, upper atmosphere and lower atmosphere. In the upper atmosphere and in the lower atmosphere, there is the temperature difference. Say here is the temperature T1, here is the temperature T2. Temperature difference के कारण and important role is of sun. It maintains the temperature difference, and because of the sun there is a process of evaporation and cloud formation. And when there is also a sun play role, there is condensation and side water bodies are again. These water bodies are sources of water. They maintain their fresh water. As we talk about the rivers, ponds, lakes, surface water, groundwater, other water bodies, they act as fresh water. Sometimes some water remains in frozen form in the form of glaciers, in the frozen ice, and is not available at that time, but maintains the annual cycle of water during the hydrological cycle. Dear students, this is all about the hydrological cycle, commonly known as water cycle, as water is circulating. And there is मैंने बताया कि साइकिल में हमेशा रिजनरेशन प्रोसेस होता है और कंजप्शन प्रोसेस होता है, तभी तो इसको साइकिल कहा जाता है. Then we tell that it is a cycle when there is a regeneration process and there is a consumption process between the biotic and abiotic components of the environment. This is all about today's lecture number 4. I hope you understand. Assalamu alaikum.